Okay, so first Saturday in August, you guys know what this means. It's time to do Lucky You 3, our customer appreciation break that ran in the month of July. So here's how this is going to work tonight. In just a second, I'm going to put up the spreadsheet that shows everybody who is in this break. And of course, you guys know you got in by way of winning the nightly random. So there's a list of that, which we're going to put into random.org, and then random.org is going to pull out and tell us who our potential winners are tonight. But before we do that, we have to know how many hits we're looking at, right? So here's what we have on the table right now, and this is also going to be decided via random, which we're going to open. So for baseball, we have some archives, which I'm just going to, you can see some of this stuff was numbered from another customer appreciation break. So we're just going to renumber all of this here today as we try again. So we have an archive 65th anniversary. That's going to be number 1. We have archive signature series. That's going to be number 2 tonight. We have a Threads basketball. It's going to be number 3. We have Court Kings rookie edition. That will be 4. Some Prime Signatures football is going to be 5, or some 2006 Contenders football is going to be 6. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to put 1 through 6 into random.org, and then we're going to open 3 of these products. And you know what? Maybe we should do that a little differently. Well, I don't know. If anybody's in chat, you guys can tell me. Last time what we did was put them all in there, and then whichever 3 came up, that's the 3 that we opened. But of course, that could leave us with a lot in one sport and not much in another sport. Or we could just decide between 1 each of the basketball, 1 each of the football, 1 each of the baseball. But if no one's going to jump in there and give a weigh in with an opinion, then we'll just do it the way we did it last time, which is we'll put 1 through 6 into random. And then random will identify which products we're going to open. Then once we know which products we're going to open, we'll know how many hits we have. And then that will take us to the next step in the process. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to hit random 1 time. And then whatever numbers come up, the first 3 numbers, that's what we're going to open. So we have number 4, number 6, and number 3. Boxes 4, 6, and 3. All right, so this is box 4, this is box 6, and that is box 3. Okay, so here's 3, 4, and 6. That's what we're opening up tonight. We'll set the rest of these off to the side. So this we will have 2 hits in it. There's a rookie autograph and a rookie memorabilia. This will have 4 autograph cards. So we've got 4 hits in there, so we're up to 6 hits. And this has, what does this have in it? I want to say this has like 4 in it, but I don't know. Does it not say on here? Yeah, 4. 4 autographs or memorabilia. Okay, so how many did I say we had again? There's 4 and 4 is 8, 10. So we're going to have 10 hits in this break. I am going to go ahead and take this off of autofocus too, so that we one less thing to worry about. So that means the first 10 people that come up in random will own those hits. If we do have people that are online right now, you're going to have an option to, if you're watching live, you're going to have an option to potentially do a little horse trading, if you will. So if you're part of this break and you come up in here in the top 10, log into chat on YouTube so that you can communicate back and forth with me. And as I said, you might have an opportunity to trade some things up and go for an alternate choice if you want to give up your spot for one of those hits. Because, you know, sometimes somebody might not, like the product that's being opened, or maybe you don't collect that sport or whatever. So there'd be an option to trade it out and do something else if you want. So again, this is everybody. I probably didn't spend long enough on the spreadsheet. Let's go back over here for a second and take a look at it again before we do random, because I don't think I scrolled through that very well. So let's look at that again for a minute. Of course, this is Lucky You 3. This is the July Customer Appreciation Break. We had one nightly random winner every night that we broke in July, and this is, of course, the list of those winners that we're seeing right now. Of course, the date next to it is the date that they won the nightly random. So that gave you a little better look at that. I think I just buzzed through it too quickly the first time, and I apologize. So now we'll scroll here, and you can take a look and just match it up. You'll see everybody is in there. Look at that. Boston John started and ended. Isn't that pretty cool? Was the first one out in nightly random for July, and the last one too. It's interesting. Okay, so we're going to hit random, and we're looking for the top 10 folks to come out. And it looks like we have MJSLC, Atke Chris, Spanky 2645, Larson's Resort, GFD 18, Sam's a Put 0, AJ's 1, J D'Amato 01, Mayhem 7C, and Geo Frecker 0. So these are our top 10. I'm actually going to go ahead and we're going to cut and paste this whole list. But of course, right now it is our top 10 that would be in. Now, why did that make that tiny like that? That'll actually be in the break because we have 10 hits. So if any of you that are in the top 10 happen to be online right now, and you want to log in and tell me that you want to trade out your hit, we can certainly do that. Because there's a little stack of stuff over there. I mean, you could be trading for something better. You could be trading for something worse because we don't know what's going to be coming out of these boxes. Or you could be trading for something that's, completely equal in value. It's just too soon to tell. Well, let's go back to our spreadsheet for a second. And you'll see on here, this was the whole list that random spit out for us, and I just cut and pasted the entire list in here, and then I've highlighted the top 10. So right now, no one's jumping into chat to say that they want to trade out their hits. So these 10 folks are going to take the hits out in the order that they come out. So we're going to go back to random here in a second, and it's going to tell us which box we open first. And then basically the first hit that we come across will go here, second hit here, third hit here, fourth hit there, so on and so forth, all the way down till we get to our 10th and final hit, which will go right there. So let's, once again, we'll take a look at the products we're opening, and that was box number 3, number 6, and number 4. So we're going to go back to random and put in 3, 6, and 4. And let random tell us which box we open first, so that so it's completely what's the word I'm looking for? Transparent as to how the hits are going to be distributed. All right, so we have box 3, box 4, and box 6. And we're just going to hit random one time. We're going to open them in whatever order it comes out. And that says 6, 3, and 4. So box 6 is opened first. Then we will open box 3 and then box 4. I was moving those around, but of course I forgot to switch your view back so you couldn't see that. So 6 is first, then 3, then 4. So our first hits out are going to be coming out of football. And again, just as a reminder, that means we should have 10 hits in this box, which would put us first hit here, second here, third here, fourth there. I made a typo in Larson's Resort, I see. And so our first 4 hits should come out in order going to those first 4 bidders. The only thing that's going to ship out of here, guys, is hits. We're not shipping any base cards out of any of this. Only shipping hits. So cards that are autographed, memorabilia cards. And if obviously if a card is numbered 1 of 1, but outside of that, nothing else is going to ship. And in terms of what you pull, it will ship with your next whatever the next package is that you have going out from one of the breaks. So If you have a package, you know, that goes out on Tuesday, then it's going to ship with that on Tuesday. If you don't have a package that goes out for 10 days, then it'll ship out with that package in 10 days. If you haven't had anything ship out at all in, say, a month from now, then, you know, I would just go ahead and ship it on its own at that point. But I think most of you that I saw in that list bid with me pretty regularly, so I think that you'll probably have something going out sooner rather than later. Just going to get some of these opened up before we start sorting through them. And then, of course, remember tonight we've got more breaking that we'll be doing. Basketball, I think, primarily. I need to remember if I have any. I don't know if I've got anything besides basketball tonight or if it's all basketball, but at any rate, we do have breaks that'll be happening in a few hours that are listed on eBay right now if you want to jump in on any of those. All right, let's stop and flip through what we have up to this point, and then we'll decide from there what happens next. We'll go into the second set there, of course. So our first hit out, this is Drew Olson for the Ravens. That is a sticker auto on the Drew Olson. And here's how I'm going to do this, guys, so that I don't have to try and remember where these go. We're just going to kind of match them up as we go. So that is MJSLC. Okay. We'll switch back, and I have just written your user ID on the sleeve of the, of course it's not on the card itself, obviously, it's just on the sleeve, but that way I know that it goes to you, and you know that it goes to you, and we know that the next hit out goes to the second person on our list there. And here is our second hit. It is Montel Owens for the Jags. And again, that is a sticker auto. And let's get Montel in a sleeve, and then we'll buzz back over to our spreadsheet to see where that goes. Whoops, something just fell over down the way there. And that one's going to Atkey Chris. All right, so let's go ahead and get that one marked. And look for our next hit. Did we already look through this part of these? I think we did, but just to be on the safe side, we're going to buzz through it one more time. That's what happens when I set them down in a weird way. Stood it back where I should have been setting them down. So when we did our last Lucky You, we did have some people that came on and traded some hits and some spots and opened up the playing field, so to speak, so a few extra people were able to slide in. But today it doesn't look like either no one wanted to trade or no one wanted to jump into chat, one of the two. Or maybe both, I guess. I shouldn't say one of the two, could be both. Probably bring Lucky You back somewhere in the fall. We'll do another Lucky You customer appreciation break. I'm not exactly sure when it's going to be yet, but somewhere in that in the months ahead, you will see that start up again. A little Hank Basket for the Eagles is our next hit. And again, that's a sticker auto. I assume everything in here is probably going to be a sticker auto. If we find an on card, I guess I'll note it. But otherwise, if I don't note it, we'll just assume they're sticker autos. So Mr. Hank Basket is going to Spanky 2645. All right, Spanky 2645 with the Hank Basket. So we should find one more hit somewhere in Contenders. And then that'll move us on to our box of threads. There's a lot of base cards in this one. But you know, Contenders usually has the option for short prints and some other things that can be worth a little money, so I thought it might be a good one to open with the 4 hits in it, and that's why we put it in the rotation as a possibility. And then, of course, random chose it today, so. Well, eventually it'll come out of there. All right, our 4th and final hit in here is Kelly Jennings for the Seahawks. And let's see where Kelly Jennings is heading. Kelly Jennings is heading to Larson's Resort. Larson's Resort has this one. I didn't do very well getting that to fit on one line, but that's all right. It's just so I know where to ship it anyway. So as our 4th and, I believe, final hit out of here, unless they just decided to cut us a break and throw us an extra one. Which every once in a while you will find an extra hit beyond what you're expecting, but not too often. Okay, so that's going to bring us into our box of threads. There should be 4 more hits in here. And again, we're just going to match them up as they come out in order. So numbers 5, 6, 7, and 8 from the list of people that random selected will end up with hits out of here. And you know, threads, I like threads, first of all. You guys know that about me probably. But you know, there's the possibility to pull some really nice stuff in threads. We've pulled Kobe Bryant out of here, and we've pulled a lot of nice stuff out of here. Joel Embiid a few times. And right off the bat, we have a hit, and this one is Maurice Harkless. And that's a sticker auto, little piece of material there. It is numbered to 99. And let's flip over and see where Maurice Harkless is going to be headed to his new home. And that is going to be right here. GFD 18 is going to have the Harkless. So GFD 18, this one is headed to you. And again, I'm writing on the sleeve, guys. I'm not writing on the card. I'm sure you guys know that, but you never know. I mean, sometimes you'd be surprised, really, sometimes what people think is going on. So I find it always better just to make sure that everybody is aware. Century Greats. So our next hit is a little bit of material here, numbered to 199, and it's the Mutombo for the Hawks. And so, of course, we'll flip back over and see where that one heads. And that one is going to, oh boy, Samuessa put 0. I got to leave that up there for a minute so I can write this on the sleeve, because I am not going to remember all that. U-E-S-A... P-U-T 0. Okay. I did a terrible handwriting job on that too, but oh well. As long as I know where to send it, that's what matters. So there is that. There's 2 of our hits. We got a couple more to find in here. Looks like Brandon Jennings is our next out. And Brandon Jennings is signed. That's nice. It looks kind of like it's an on-card auto, but actually what I think it is he's signed like a blank cardstock kind of thing, and they've inserted it into the card. So it's technically kind of an inserted signature, but it is not a sticker auto anyway. So Brandon Jennings will go to a Jace 1. And we're going to roll on right down the road here. I probably should have gotten a black marker. That one's not showing up very well, that hot pink. I'll probably have to redo those. Usually I have a black marker laying over here, but somehow or another I seem to have replaced it with a hot pink one today. And I believe Alonzo Mourning is who this says is our fourth and final hit out of here. Alonzo Mourning it is. And another Century Greats, that is to 199. And that, of course, is Charlotte, but it's not going to a team because we're doing it different today, of course. So this one heads to JDI Mateo 01. JDI. And right there is my black marker. I just saw it on the opposite side of me, and I didn't even... How stupid is that? Didn't even know it was laying there. Been writing with the hot pink one that you can't see all day. Ah, well. Live and learn, right? So, JDI Mateo 01, that one is yours. I don't believe we have any hits in this pack, but we will open it up regardless, just to make sure. All right, so that brings us up to our Court Kings box, which should have 2 hits in it, and that's going to come up for the last 2 people there out of the top 10 that random pulled for us. All right, Court Kings. So it's going to be a materials hit. Okay, this is C.J. Wilcox for the Clippers, rookie materials. And that, boy, that hot pink is definitely not going to show up on that one, I don't think. And it is heading to Mayhem 7C. I got to remember to write those little asterisks on there. Mayhem 7C. And that means the last one is going to go to Geo Freaker 0. Will be our final hit. And there's the hit that just came out. So Geo Freaker, however we're supposed to, I'm not sure how I should pronounce that. You guys know I'm absolutely horrible with pronouncing the names. Anyway, so Geo Freaker. This is your hit, is what I'm trying to get to. And you have a Russ Smith signature, rookie signature. And that, of course, is a sticker auto on that one. And that I think I can sort of remember how to spell. Okay, so that is it for tonight, guys, or for now. It's not it for tonight. We've got the actual break later tonight. This was just the customer appreciation break. So again, here are our hits. That one was, they all came out, of course, in the order that random drew you out. We did go along through the spreadsheet with it, so I feel like everybody probably has a pretty good handle on what hit they got. And if we had some people that were, trading around their hits, sometimes that'll open up space to go a little further down the list. But tonight we didn't have anybody that wanted to trade. So that's the whole deal for this evening. Thank you, everybody. That is July's Customer Appreciation Lucky You 3. And as I said, we'll bring Lucky You back sometime in the fall. So just I'll announce it during the break, starting a few days out before we actually roll into it. So look for it to show up again in a month or 2 or 3, somewhere in the next few few months. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Maybe I'll see some of you later tonight for our basketball break. Until then, take care. Have a great rest of your day.